And those protests and that ceremony marking 22 years since the handover from Great Britain to China. Let's take a look at what the handover anniversary is all about and what it signifies. After the Opium War of the 1800s, the British had taken control of Hong Kong Island and its neighbouring peninsula. They later captured another area and named it the New Territories. The British Empire decided to govern it under a 99-year-long lease. The lease was set to end in 1997. Britain and China began negotiations for a handover for all the three regions. That was in 1982. They then decided that Hong Kong would be governed as a special administrative region for the next 50 years. It would enjoy autonomy similar to what it had under the British rule. It would be governed under the principle of one country, two systems. This autonomy is set to end in 2047. So on the 30th of June 1997, the British flag was lowered for the first time in Hong Kong just before midnight. The Chinese and the Special Administrative Region flag were raised instead, and Hong Kong had come back to its motherland after 156 years. Earlier, we spoke to Patrick Fok, our correspondent from Beijing. Let's take a listen into what he shared with us.
Look, we were always expecting some unrest today. The protesters had made that clear that would happen, and typically there are rallies every year on SAR Establishment Day, but this is certainly, as you say, something unprecedented. The protesters turned up very early indeed this morning and blocked a main road with barricades before police showed up with pepper spray and batons to try and clear them, and the protesters stood their ground with umbrellas, and they were wearing helmets, and we are told that some of them hurled objects at the police as well. And there were several police that had to be taken to hospital. We're told there are reports saying that they had some kind of unidentified liquid sprayed at them. So that's rather concerning. But look, these protests are likely to continue. As we know, this is the first time today that the chief executive has come out to make an appearance in public since she made that public apology on June 18th. And there's really not been any sort of quiet since then. The protesters have continued with their fight, and things could get out of hand. There is meant to still be a large rally, a large march that's meant to happen later on today. And of course, some of the pro-government voices have come out as well, or I should say pro-police voices came out yesterday. Tens of thousands of them came out in support of the establishment. So that's a concerning situation if both sides were to clash with one another.